think I'm live. I think I am live, and I think my camera is kind of broken as well. Oh, we can see through my heads. That's right, guys. It has been confirmed. My head is hollow. Yep, I think I'm live. Am I live? Hosting Kojak? Well, how about not hosting Kojak? I think I have my own stuff. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so it should be there. Should be there. I don't see you guys. I don't know if you guys are here as well. Let me see. Hang on. I don't see any. Ah, Lartland is here. I knew it. You knew that my head is hollow, right? Ah, look at my eyes. Ah, damn. That is creepy. That is creepy as shit. Can I try with like a red thing? Let me see. Let me close that. Let me close that. I'm not supposed to see that. Save that. Put that red. Will that work? If I put everything red? Oh shit! It kind of does. It's like the Last Devils in real. No, it doesn't work. Boo! Why does it work with white but not red? Even my teeth. Hey! Wow. Wow. Okay, let me see what I can do. And I actually have to call Kojak as well. I just stole all his chat and I don't even invite him over. There we go, Shane. Alright, you're here. So let me add you. I don't know if I can add you. How can I add you? No, can I add you like as a Skype thing? Yeah, but on OBS, I mean. Ah! Nope. Nope. What the fuck did I just did? Remove! Okay. I am breaking everything. Game capture, maybe? Maybe it's in game capture. Specific window. Window. Chrome, Twitch. No. What about... Yeah, right? My head is all messed up. Okay, so I'll do window capture then. Ah! Look at you. Look at ya! Okay, so this. I'm gonna put you over there. And now people can see my entire Skype though, which is bad. Which is actually bad, damn it. I should have done that outside the stream. Alright, so now I can see crop. 300. Alright, now you're there. And you are back. Alright, so I'm gonna put you in the background like this. There we go, you're beautiful. And I have to fix my green screen now. Wow. Hang on, I'll put some music as well for the rest of us. Ching. Damn it! And then Just Shapes and Beats is delayed forever. What? The hell? Can you talk? Well, I can see you up. How about now? Yeah, I think that now is okay. You were muted. Okay? You were muted somehow. For some reason.
That's weird.
And I was like, oh, my stream is better than yours.
Am I at least in sync with my words?
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, I have difficulty with my green screen on OBS though. But whatever, I think now it's working.
Yeah, I think it's just a settings, like sensitivity or something for the green.
Yeah, totally. Like I tried to make it work. There we go. I can't even draw a freaking heart. There we go. Go, Jack. Lots of hearts.
Yes.
Whee! Transparent heart. Ugly heart. Alright, whatever. Boop. Let's go back to Reddit then. Is there anything I need to not show now? Alright. I was so unprepared. Damn it. Damn it. I watched a lot of podcasts about Rick and Morty, by the way.
Oh Jesus.
That's what I'm into these days.
Dude,
Working.
I love Rick and Morty so much. Like dude, you have no idea how hard it is for me not to like demand that we do fucking the multi-dimensional crystal thing for the phone.
Yeah.
From the first episode of the second season.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, there's so much stuff we can take from, not take from, but inspire from.
Yeah.
All right, so where were we? We were in the Ren thing, the PvP thing.
Yeah.
Right.
It might be a good idea to like just put out the first clip of us discussing this.
Yeah.
Hashtag Kojak stream was better.
Sub alert didn't work. Oh, fuck me. I wasn't, guys. I just jump in and that's it. There you go. Now the alerts are there. Who subbed? Who did
Oh,
sub?
Novikov.
Who? Novikov?
Novikov, yeah.
Sorry, Novikov. I'm stupid and ugly and not beautiful. Where are you? There's a problem with there's a freaking problem with my my tool. I don't see like the latest ones.
It's not sorted by like latest, which is really strange.
I don't see you, damn it! You're not even my tool. Everybody's against you, Novikov. There you go. I found you. Novikov, 5 months are still fighting. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you so much for the sub. All right, and we're back.
Okay.
And we're back. Okay. So, yeah, for the clip thing. Well, now I think it's too late. I think that the clip, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the clip needs to be done like right after, right?
Yeah, because we need to like say, all right, go, and then we like discuss it for 30 seconds, and then we're like, okay, hopefully that is a good clip.
So like we need an actual timer or something.
Yeah, we do. All right, hang on. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Like, clips are 30 seconds, right?
I believe so.
Hope so.
Okay. Well, we can always try. I'm gonna go right on my stream right now and check it out. Like, clip!
Oh, it's a good call.
Whoops, something went wrong. We couldn't create this clip. Okay.
Oh, son of a bitch. That would suck.
Probably because I have to listen to myself, I guess, for a while.
Oh, yeah. If you haven't had the stream running or something.
Clip!
Yeah, we do. All right, hang on.
Okay,
Weird.
so this one worked. This one worked, and it's actually 30 seconds.
Oh, cool.
Blah 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 blah. If I go edit clip. Oh, if I go edit clip, you can do more.
Can you do more than 30 seconds?
Well, look at my stream. You can drag like this and do more than 30 seconds. I think that the maximum is what? 60 seconds? Okay, so the clip thing is not perfect, but yeah, 60 seconds is the maximum.
Ah, sweet. So that's like almost perfect.
That's pretty cool.
So I've got a timer on my side that I can we can start trying to.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. What I can do is, you have a timer. What is your timer?
It's literally just my phone.
Okay, I was about to do this exact same thing. Ow! Sorry. I throw this bike! What do you want most? I'm still fighting. Thank you so much, my friend. Throw this bike. You're the man. Okay,
We'd have to be a bit more structured for it to work well.
yeah.
We could try it. We can always try.
Well, as I said last time, my way to end all with stuff is just jump right in and say, okay, let's do it. Like, okay, we're not prepared, but okay, we need this, and then we do the rest. Okay, so stop that as well. But I have a start here, and I can go with the start like this. Beautiful timer. Boop. So we could do something like this. And or I can actually... Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Maybe 2.
Alright.
Meanwhile, can you check out like what's the next thing we should talk about?
If you wanted to, or if we wanted to actually make a clip of us talking about the PvP thing, we could do that, but I don't know that we need to. Let me look on Reddit. All right, let me go back to the feedback and the game itself.
It's bad because I felt like I had a consistent. I had said the concise version of the thing.
Oh, did we want to talk about the PvP thing first?
Yeah, why not? I'm just gonna say like, hey, it's not going to happen. Thank you very much.
Yeah, basically.
Something like that, basically. Where is it? Countdown. I know it's in the widget. That's why.
Oh, you making a countdown on stream?
Yeah, I have a countdown.
I like that.
I have a countdown done already, so I'm just gonna switch a bit of things. Is it like this, or I actually made a freaking countdown in Flash? Probably not. Probably made it here. That countdown in it. There we go. Yeah, simple countdown. It's a simple countdown. Okay, so 60 seconds or 30 seconds? Should we try like 40?
Oh god, I don't know.
Should we try, well, whatever. Well, I'm gonna put 60 for now. No, I'm gonna put 45 seconds. Right in the middle.
Perfect.
I'll put that. I'll see what's happened. What happened then. Duplicate. Countdown. I actually have to redo it. Damn it. Countdown. Compiler argument, blah blah blah. Start. That will be. Countdown. Apply. Oh, we could have done the. We could have done the. That's that.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's such a good idea.
Fuck it, let's do it. Why haven't we talked about that? We actually have the whole thing, so let's just do it. Oh, but the sound will make it. Fuck it, can't do that. The audio will be like more than us. All right.
Yeah, be really loud. That's true.
Oh, I thought we had it. Brr. Okay, look at that beautiful countdown over here. Oh my god, so beautiful.
Oh, that's a great idea, Larklin.
What? I think we should. Yeah?
Yeah, he's just saying it'd be smart to have like a little text box with the current topic of discussion.
Yeah, right. Okay. How should we do that? That's YouPorn. That wasn't YouPorn. Okay, what would be the setup then? Should we still take this with the news and everything? No, I could make it like this one. Play game. And then go window capture and put you there. Voila. Look at that magnificent man. So, you know, something like this. Where I could... Gear! Thank you very much, Gear! I have an idea, guys. We are actually looking to improvise to this. Do you have time, by the way, Kojak? Because we definitely can do this one without any material or whatsoever, and then, you know, make it better the next time. Because what I was about to do is which one? This XSplit interview overlay. So I have an overlay for that.
Yeah, I've got some time.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because, you know, I have this thing over here.
Larklin is saying maybe clips aren't the best way to do it, and instead we make highlights.
Why?
Because 30 and 60 seconds might not be enough time.
Yeah, I know. The reason I don't really want to go with highlight is that after the stream we have to manually go there and check it out, and creating a highlight is quite a pain, actually. It's quite a pain. It will be, I would say it will be better because we can then post that up on YouTube and share it on, you know, social media and whatnot. But with the clip thing, it's one button, it's already created, and then we can do the same thing. We can put it up on the social media and say like, hey, this is the answer. This is what we have to say on that subject. So that's why I didn't want to go with this one.
Very true.
Okay. I get it. I get it. I'm gonna make a very quick overlay. I'll call new document something like feedback time, whatever. Okay. And I'll go feedback. Community feedback. Okay, I'm just gonna put like community feedback. Something like this just for now. I'll put this and then I'll remove this, and this. I'll put your face over there. Well, I can actually just bring this up, right? Okay. So that might be a bit too much. No, you don't take like all of that screen. Maybe like this. Export image. Ah, fuck. This export legacy. This XSplit screen. Nope. Where is then? Feedback. Feedback time. Overlay. Yep. If I do this, and then I go to desktop, then I go to other computer. Is that other computer? No, it's slash TV. By the way, Kojak, we had an idea, me and Etienne. We definitely have to. We're checking out me and Etienne all the details, but we found an idea that would be pretty cool for everyone.
Ooh.
And can't wait to talk to you about it. We'll talk about all the details, but if everything goes well, that'd be pretty cool.
Totally down. That sounds like fun. I like ideas that make everything way better.
And make me very excited about stuff. Okay, feedback, overlay. Now I go to my other computer, and then I go over there. I go from other computer, from SSD, overlays, feedback overlays. Can I duplicate this one? Yes, I will call it LF feedback. Voila. And then finally hey. Alright. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. I swear. Are you trying to do some tests, by the way? Some clip test or something?
Am I trying to?
Yeah.
No, I was. So the thread that I'm really happy that I kind of held off just yet on responding to the one thread on my stream because there's a lot to unpack.
Okay.
And there's a lot of responses to kind of unpack as well.
Is it the bag, the big
Yeah.
one? Okay.
It's the feedback to the crafting update in the game itself.
Okay.
There's a lot of responses to unpack as well.
Okay. One at a time then.
Yeah. But I don't think that we need to do a big, like, feedback clip for all of them. I think just a feedback clip to the main thing itself.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna go in and reply to one of these dudes.
Okay, so that's not perfect, but we have something.
Oh, you changed the scroll down there.
I'm bigger than you. Cause I'm the boss.
Oh my god.
Right,
Get back to work.
Get
You're
back
fired.
to work. Okay, so definitely the community feedback here is way too big. So I can fix that very easily. So what I can do. Alright, so it'll have to do for now. I'm just gonna do this like this, and I think we can go and start to talk about the first thing. So what's the main trend, the main question, should I say, for the big thing that we need to unpack that you were talking about?
So it's the main post itself. I just linked you to it on Skype.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if you can actually, if you can see that or not, because I'm taking up a.
Yeah, no, if I no, probably haha. Okay.
Oh, do you have another machine?
Yeah.
That works.
Feedback to crafting something. Okay, so I'll find out. I'll check it out manually. Wait. Okay, almost done. Almost done. Just gonna do it very quickly. This can I kill it? Yes, I can. So if I do this like this, and then finally over there. Whoosh. Okay, that's better. It's kind of centered, so we should be good. I don't have the browser source, the chat box. Whoosh. Ah, voila. So easy.
Oh, with OBS, where you can just add an existing element to another scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really awesome feature.
It's freaking awesome. Should I do that or should I do this? Yeah, I'll do this. There you go. Okay, so feedback on something, right? Feedback,
Yep.
crafting, and the game itself with the 14 comments.
Yep.
Okay, let's check it out. The dev puts a lot of time and effort into crafting the update. The objective is to be able to clean to well, it's succeeded in some way, but what they basically did is the following: clutter the UI or the move. The more we advance, the more useless every additional crafting still gets until crafting is useless at all. Okay, in my opinion, a lot of time and energy is being wasted in an area which doesn't have to be very much. Okay, or expressed another way, just kind of the speed hack, which doesn't make fun at all. The only thing it does is to reveal every player faster that the game is broken. Okay. Hey, thank you very much. Okay,
Yep.
what's next? Hang on. I'll take a sip of coffee.
Yeah, seriously. Like, this is the kind of thing where you need to be caffeinated to handle.
Yeah. Totally agree. That escalated quickly though. A better way would have been to just improve the item, give them more power. Okay, so it is not mutually exclusive, so I can say that right now. Sometimes we need to do A and then do B. So sometimes we need to do new ways to craft more items, but doesn't mean that now we spend time on this and we're never gonna spend time on that. We just made a new way to craft new items, and actually I agree. I myself play, I'm gonna repeat that a lot of time, but I myself play, and we need some shortcuts right now because up to 3 crafting slots, it's very it's becoming very tedious to make new items. It's like it's kind of boring to just like doing all the time, blah, blah, blah. So there's a problem there. But the thing is, we don't know the problem until we don't try it, you know. And since we have updates to do every 2 weeks, we see all those things only after playing them ourselves. So we basically, I'm going this with my answer, but basically when we do a new feature, we cannot test it for a week to see if it works before launching it, because we have to launch it right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna continue and then we'll put the timer up and everything. By the way, we just have to improve the item. You were instead and add some new world instead. Yeah, I like how it is kind of implied that we can press a button and add new stuff. But anyway.
Yeah.
How to improve with simple step make item. I do agree. I actually very do agree. Multiplicative though, we have to be very careful with that. Very careful. Make achievement upgradable. That I actually agree. Although I don't know what he implies, but we can totally make a new achievement. That's like literally one line of code for us to add new achievements. So we definitely, I think we need to do more achievement now. I don't know where we are. Let me see on my game.
Yeah.
Let me see on my game.
He just goes on to say that those 3 things are like the core problems of the game, and the save time could be invested in creating new worlds and stuff like that.
Okay.
Whenever I see stuff like this, I try to kind of like read between the lines a little bit. And I think his core problem is that despite the fact that we have worlds 4 and 5, which nobody except the highest level people have even like gotten deep into, he wants more content.
Yeah.
And what I'm seeing as a general consensus is that people feel like before, when we had just worlds 3, they were like, well, we got to the end of world 3 and now we're bored. And then we introduced world 4 and 5, which go way further. And then all of a sudden, the consensus is, oh my god, this game is way too hard, and I can't progress at all, and it's so boring. So we have the opposite problem.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing is we need some way, we need more endgame content.
Yep.
We need more endgame progression power. And the only current thing for that are shards, and just crafting shards over and over gets a little boring.
Yep, I do agree.
So that's... And to address him talking about like, well, we did the arcane, but it's very limited and it doesn't really help all that much. The arcane is something that all players have access to, from the early game to the late game. So anything that we do to the arcane helps our entire player base. And anything we do for the end game, for worlds 4 and 5, or to give you way more progression at that point, only helps a very small portion of our player base. And it does nothing to help new players.
Yeah. Although just the old nitpicky thing, the arcane is available until only on world 2 or 3, I believe. Like new player doesn't have it like right there. But your point is still there that when we add the end game stuff, we only benefits to the to player like this guy actually. Because for example, me, I've been playing for over a year now, every single day, and I haven't cleared the world 4 yet, and I cannot even beat one single house in world 5. So I base my game around like the general. How can I say that? Like, I feel that my game is like a good point to try to guess and feel the water on where players are. We actually have analytics on that. We actually have numbers on how many people has reached X and Y and Z point. It would be nice to see. But I do agree, Kojak, that sometimes, like, if we add content to end player, we don't benefits to the new player, or like maybe it's only 5% of player will benefits from that, and the other one will be like, oh my god, no more content, I haven't cleared world 1 yet, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, totally agree.
That's kind of where my head goes to, is that we have a lot of people asking for end game content, Where up until now, when we've been working on the arcane, we've been working on content for everybody. And for me, I kind of break the game down into early, mid, and late game. Early would basically be, actually now that we've introduced a lot of stuff, I think early is still when you get the arcane, because you can get the arcane within a couple of hours even of playing, like less than that. But and then what about that prestige system? Something we definitely want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we haven't really come to a consensus on how to implement that.
Yep. Sorry, I was doing a little tweet for that thing. Yeah, the prestige system, like how to make the monster. There you go. Hey. How to make the monster more appealing for the end game is something on its own. But yeah, rejuvenate monster is what? Is the prestige system basically, or?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
What if you make a new real which haven't such a high level? Do you mean a new world?
What is a new real world?
I'm not sure. That might just be a typo. But no, that we have the same problem where, because the level only goes up to level 3,000. World 5, I think, only goes up to level 3,000, and World 3 ends at 2,000. So it only goes up like an extra 1,000 levels, and I'm gonna double check that just to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass.
World 3 is 1,000.
World 3 is 1,000?
Yeah, World 3 is 1,000, because I've cleared it. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was Grindlandia, which went from level 1,000 to level 2,000. Before we implemented the actual World 4 and 5.
My freaking camera's broken. Not broken,
but...
But...
What have you done?
Reverse on YouTube, what's up, man? What's up, Reverse on YouTube?
Yes,
it's been a while, man.
Thousands. Yeah, the other one goes from 1,500 to 3,000.
Okay, so basically how can we concisely reply to this guy in like 30 seconds?
Ooh, Jack, how's it going, man?
Oh, Jack is here! Jack the Fear!
The best person to help us figure out this whole feedback thing.
That's a good point.
Oh, man. But yeah, the best answer that I think we can give right now is we know that endgame progression is almost nil. And we really want to fix it. But all the updates we've been doing, we've tried to aim at doing an update for everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like the mid-game, like up until you reach World 4, clearing all of World 3, I feel like it's actually really well balanced. Because you have a lot of ways to progress, you can still make shards, you can still make all the unique items, and then you can make the orb bonuses, and you can get all the way up to World 3, and it still is very entertaining. But then when you want to clear World 4 and 5, we have some really cool unique items in World 4 and 5, but yeah.
Yeah, and how can I say that? The bounty system we talked about in the last podcast is something as well that will benefits every single player.
Yep.
So what we wanted to do, what we always try to do, is to create like a shit ton of content that it's like unreachable, like very hard to reach, and then we just add ways to progress faster for everybody and to benefits like for everyone. So yeah, so the guy is at 1750. Did he got all the challenge items? Actually, there's a bunch of new items in the world 4 and 5. So at 1750, if he collected all the items, there's like not much else to do there except just collecting new shards and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the point stays. We try to add like a shit ton of content so people have some stuff to do, and then add ways to progress. Right now, I'm not gonna lie, when I play myself, it's getting very long and it takes a long time. I'm just crafting shards and everything, and to progress is very, very long. But that's because we are planning on making new stuff to make you progress faster. The bounties will be one of them, and the bounty system is something that will help everyone once again, and add a little sprinkles, a little freshness for a late games player, something to do.
I think the bounties are a really good fix, especially for late game if we had some like really special items. But I want to be careful about introducing too much more like super powerful items that everybody can get access to.
Yeah.
Because then we might just make the mid game just take way too short.
Yeah, exploded.
I think honestly, what we can do, the best thing that we can do, would be the monster that gets stronger every time you fight it. The first thing that came to mind when I was streaming is actually give you a percentage or a multiplicative bonus based on how many cubes, like power cubes, you have, so that it makes power cubes worth it. And then every time you fight the monster, you get an extra one of those. Mm-hmm. So it gives you a better way to progress, and it's also gated from gameplay. So you fight him at a level 1000, and then it's like, oh, this item's fucking awesome. So in the meantime, I can make cubes, get even stronger, and then fight him again and get even stronger.
But the cubes the cube is nothing after a while. I mean, I have 13 cubes right now, and having a new one just gives me like 3% more DPS.
That's kind of what I was thinking of making it multiplicative based on how many cubes you have. So it doesn't necessarily like immediately buff the cube, but it does make it useful in the late game.
So hang on, I have an item that makes multiplicative based on the number of cube that you have? Is that it? Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Interesting.
Because we have the one for, spoilers, the black orbs. But I was thinking if we do something similar for orbs and cubes, we can kind of keep it in check, because orbs and cubes and your orb bonus and all that needs a big buff to actually stay relevant. But that might be enough if we figure out some good values.
My only concern is that if we have a multiplicative way, if we bind that to cubes, we have a way to craft multiplicative something. So we have the way to forge that, and then I think that I feel that the multiplicative stuff and the additive stuff should always be separated.
Two separate bonuses.
Yeah, because let's say we are at World 6, whatever. We have the chest that drops some stuff. Those chests, we might take the decision of stopping to drop tablets and just stop and just make 3 tablets combined. I don't know what's the word for it, like cube part instead of tablets, so 3 tablets all at once in those chests, because they're better, and then we just make a better gateway to create multiplicative stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel that if we bind multiplicative to time always, we're better off. Like, we know that it's not going to progress way too fast.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe we can like combine 3 cubes to create a shard, and when you do so, it takes I don't know, like a day to do. So that will be good for me. That will be good because you binded it with time. You said it takes a day. So if I want to just like cram this up very fast, I'm still limited by time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely something to think about. Because the other problem too is if we allow you to craft something, then we also have to be ready for people to, just buy a shit ton of it with diamonds.
Yep.
But the good news is that, diamonds you can't exploit anymore, so you can't get ridiculous numbers of diamonds.
Yeah, because all we think about is ads.
Yeah.
We only care about ads. I liked it the other time. Like I will concede. I will agree that the UI is needs to be fixed for the next update. It is misleading. It's supposed, or it implies that you have to watch an ad per craft, which is just not true. We just didn't have time to switch the UI to just make one big button that says boost all craft. But whenever you use any of the button out there, it's just gonna boost every single craft. Yeah, it's gonna boost every craft you're currently crafting instead of only one. So
Yeah.
so there's that. And we still haven't done the 30 seconds thing. I got an idea though for the 30-second things. I could have, you know, a little animation on my latch tool thing. You know, like Van Damme, like this.
Run for your life! I'll come.
He's below you right now. Yeah, just do it. Or, you know, the those things.
It's over 9,000!
That
I get
thing.
you.
So I could put that above.
Just letting you know, I don't actually see your stream in Skype. I only have it with the delay on my side.
Oh, hang on.
Emily, what's
Fix.
up? Ah, there we go.
Fix.
Now I see me.
Ah.
He's gone. I'm back. I haven't gone anywhere.
So yeah, I have a little animation with a timer. I could do something for that.
That's a pretty good idea. But yeah, I do think we need to do a little clip because we've talked a lot about this post.
Yeah.
Way more than 30 seconds.
Yeah, it felt more natural though. But you know, we just babble and babble and babble. But I think that it's good content for people who are used for podcasts, for example, just having two dudes talking to each other and just like talking about random ideas. But I feel that for a reply on Reddit, we should make like a TLDR version, and those clip will really help us out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I could make something. I have another idea.
We're never gonna get to this clip.
Yeah, I know, it's not gonna happen. It is not gonna happen. So let's just say that right now it's a failure, but it's one step towards success.
One step forward.
One step forward. Yeah, I'm gonna use one thing. Let me show you. I'm gonna use the, is it chest? I think chests will do it. No, not this one, and not this one as well. I think it will be in the widget then. I'm just gonna use the where is Legend Friends? No, not release. Platform, RPG widget, disintegrated, and chess. I believe it'll be there. You chess and him. No!
I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. Sure. There's an ant in my coffee. The hell? There's an ant in my coffee. Am I drinking ants now? Okay, it's not in the coffee. It went away. It's right over there, actually. How come it's not there? How come it's not there? Is it there then? Reward button? No. Reward XP. Ah, voilà. Notice that thing. Whee. Okay. So I'm gonna take this, and what I want to do, guys, is in the simple countdown thing. Okay, so I'll put that. It needs to be at 0, 0. So I'll put at 0, 0, like this, and then I'll just take everything. La 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 la. So like this. So what it's gonna do? Perfect. Perfect. I don't know what this dude here is.
I have returned.
You have returned indeed. I could make that here. What if I do this? Or answer in 30, let's say 45 sec. And this will be like 48. That's a bit big. Ah, there we go.
Oh, Jack, as a person who doesn't play Zombidle, which you feel is a valuable approach, definitely,
Yeah.
can you ask if there are multiple paths in the late game, or is it purely progression?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it's right now just purely only one way to progress.
Yeah-ish. We always wanted to make a layer of strategy in the game, actually. I'm not gonna say there's only one way to progress. There's definitely like a main route, if you want, a main high road. Is that the word I'm looking for? A highway, a main road to progress. But there's a couple of strategy things that you can do. If you want to be an active player versus just being an idle player, and then in the buildings, in hell you can upgrade different buildings, so you can try to just create all the DPS first, or whatever, the skulls first, or the tapping first if you're an active player. So there is different ways to do it. For example, when we started the game, me and Etienne actually started the game at the same time, and I tried an active approach and he tried an idle approach, and I was a little bit faster than him because I was active, but we were basically in the same place, you know. So there's different ways to approach it, but there's definitely a main road to do it.
Yeah. In the early and mid game, I feel like there are a lot of interesting choices you can make, like between the monster items, between the things you can craft, between the shards that you can make. Like, there are some interesting choices there. But then late game, it's pretty much, if you want to make any kind of reasonable progression, you need to just make shards.
Still gonna say no on this though, because I remember with my brother, like, he was making a shit ton of white orbs, and I was like, how do you do that? And it was like, oh, I craft a bunch of crests. I was like, what, you can do that? Oh my god! And then I switched to that, you know. But I was making active skills +5, so I can reach further than him actually, because when I start the meteor rain, I'm just blasting everything for a minute. So we kind of went two different ways as well. But it's I'm not ready to say that it's only about making shards. There's still definitely
I think
little
that's like super late game, like that one guy who was level 1700. I think at that point, the orbs, because I think some of those people have like 5 million orbs or something.
Yeah.
And if they want to double their DPS, they have to get another 5 million orbs.
Yeah.
Whereas if you want to just double your DPS, you can also just take 9 days and build a shard.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
So-
right now I am at 11 million white orbs, so I know
Jesus.
exactly what you're talking about. Like, whenever I do a time warp, it only gives me 1% more. So I'm trying to get more just to compete with my brother on this. But yeah, there's definitely something there. Like, that's what I was talking about when I said the late game is getting pretty boring, because it's all about collecting white orbs and making shards, but the white orb doesn't do much. So we have to do something. We have to make something with the white orbs. Like, I don't know, an achievement that makes it whenever you reach a certain amount of white orbs, it just gives you a multiply by 10 DPS. You know, something like that. Maybe not like this, but you know,
Yeah.
you get my point.
Yeah, oh my god. Fucking Mindium has, he's at level 1940 with 910 million orbs, but he only gets 3 million orbs per run.
3 million orbs per run?
Yeah.
Shit, I got 400,000.
Yeah, and he says it's
yeah,
really just shards at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, well, at least we have shards mechanic though, which was something we didn't have before the Arcane mechanic. And I still remember that was back in, I think, September that we added the shards. I was
Earlier
saying
than that.
well, we were discussing about having a sort of currency that will benefit the player from whenever you are in the game. And here comes the shards, actually. So that's where the shard come from. Before it was just a question about white orbs, but now we at least have two separate ways. You know?
Yeah. The problem is, though, late game, that white orbs just get eclipsed.
Yeah.
And they need some kind of boost,
Yep.
I feel like.
Yep. Totally agree. Yes,
Okay, cool.
Totally agree. Well, again, the achievement system, we could have right now, we could have a one line of code that says collect 10 millions of white orbs, for example, and you get a DPS bonus multiplied by 2 or something like that, you know? Kojak is not listening, but I'll wait until Kojak...
I'm listening.
You were? Okay, yeah. You were super focused. I can do that, listen and do other shit at the same time. So, I was saying, right now, a quick way to do it, I don't want to do it right now because we still have to think about the consequences of doing it, but something we could do that will be very easy is to add an achievement that is binded to the white orb. So every time you reach a new 0, for example, you get a multiply by 10 DPS, you know, something very cool. So then you get a little, another incentive to get to the next white orbs thing, you know, next white orb limit. And that's all in the show. Still fighting. Thank you very much, my friend. Didn't see that coming. Hang on, I'm gonna put my alerts after everything. On top of everything.
I'm on top of all of the alerts.
Yeah, you're on top of everything. Alright, so yeah, that right off my head, that will be something that makes you crave for the next white orb things, you know? And something that will not break anything.
I'm cautious only because I don't know kind of how the math works out on that. I can't really wrap my head around it.
I think that... Sorry, I just laughed like a Frenchman. I have the perfect picture for the community feedback.
Oh my god, it's perfect. I love it. Oh, it's so beautiful. That face on Kojak right now.
That was exactly what I was looking for. Actually, the biscuit one.
I was just focused because Jack sent me an idea of his over Whisper, and I kind of was waiting for the right time to discuss it here.
Okay.
But as far as the achievements go, whenever you hit a new 0 on your white orbs, you get times 10 damage. It's beautiful. Jules okay.
Jules okay indeed. Wow, what happened? Oh my god! Look at that!
Exploded.
He looked like a Gonzo character like this. Or ODG. Like, hey!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's like ODG, man. Hey! Whatever voice acting ODG. I need to talk with ODG one point. I need to meet that guy. Anyway, you were saying, very sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't know. Because I think what we need to do is we need to be very careful about how we do this. But I think we need to bring the progression, like the linear progression, kind of more in an exponential direction to keep up with the exponential increase in how difficult the houses are.
I disagree. Okay. But yeah, go on. Continue.
But I don't know how the your kind of power curve that you would get from all your items and stuff. I don't know how multiplying your damage by 10 or by a certain amount, not necessarily by 10, for every step in orbs. I don't know how that would affect it.
Well, it's gonna give you a big gap to reach, like a new thing to try to reach. You know, kind of like the bounty system. Why do you make the bounties? Because you just want to reach 10, and when you reach 10, you get a huge bonus. So that will be basically the same thing. So for the late games player, if we do like a huge bonus like this, it's gonna be very cool. Like, okay, an example is when my building was done. I crafted I builded the green one, the bank one. I made the bank thing, the bank building, and suddenly I was able to progress to 50 more, you know? And I was like, oh my god, I'm progressing for this lapse of time. So the goal is not to have a progression that it's like this, because that's super fucking boring. The goal is to have something like this, and then you reach a goal, BAM! BAM! Like this, and you're having like huge bump like this, because that makes it way more interesting like that. So
that's true.
That's why I said, like, if we do an exponential one, it's gonna be boring all along. You know, it's just like something you just run. But if you do a linear difficulty, an exponential difficulty and a linear progress with lots of bumps like this, it's very more manageable. It's highly, it's more manageable, and it's easier to balance, and it creates more awesome reaction or awesome time event.
That's very true.
That's me.
It's very true.
But I will stick to my gun. Oh man, okay, sorry. I
love it. It's so
I need
perfect.
to do a tweet or something. So like, come on.
Alright, let me read through Jack's idea one more time. Because his idea was actually about multiplayer, like co-op.
You're talking about Jack?
Yeah.
Okay. Bosun, thank you very much for the cheer, man. Am I? Yeah, I am under chat. Look at that. I can take you, chat. I can take you up. Mm.
Okay.
I'm having fun.
I have no response to that.
Alright. Stop judging me. And we have an Istvan Swag is following the channel. Welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you very much for the follow.
So he's saying a faction update. Late world exists, but it's behind a portal. It's a competitive world, and it has a handful of factions in it. When a new progressive world exists, the portal slams shut and only opens when you complete the progressive world. Then the people race back like Gold Rush. Factions rebuild their own portion of the world while attacking others. And some gameplay mechanics that create a world coordination on teams of sorts. And it opens and closes, creating seasons.
Sorry, I really need to ask. I need a GIF. I need a GIF with this. I definitely need a freaking GIF. So I'm gonna do like a goddamn condense. You know, guys, that's why I like jumping into my problems without knowing what I'm doing. Dampe is following the channel. Welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you very much for following. So if I was prepared, or Sombrap L, Sombrap, or Sombra PL is following the channel. Welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. Okay, so like this. I need to ask Etienne about to make a GIF. So what was the faction thing? Sorry, I was doing something and my brain cannot do two things at the same time. Sorry.
It's all good. If I understand him correctly, basically what happens is every time we release a new single-player world, we have a multiplayer zone.
Okay.
And whenever you go into the multiplayer zone, you basically join a faction, and then you can, give orbs and items and stuff to. You can give items and orbs and stuff to your faction, And then people can basically have factions that cooperate or that attack or stuff like this. So it would be a set number of clans instead of one where you get to create your own, basically. And then every time we release a new world, like say we release World 6, people don't get to go back to the multiplayer zone until they've beaten World 6. If I understand his idea.
Okay.
And he's saying that it would basically encourage cooperation and encourage coordination. Like if two factions coordinated to attack like a common enemy, either may it be a raid boss or another really powerful faction or something.
Okay. So something more instead of clans or a little small group with your friend. We're talking about like a Pokemon Go system, for example, like a huge team among all players. Is that it?
If I understand his idea, yes.
Okay.
And he says it's not really multiplayer, but an extension of a different kind of idleness.
I like it, but I will say no for, again, the same reason, cheating.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem.
So, yeah, Pokemon Go is all servers, or, you know, a bunch of games out there are all server-based. We don't have that. All the logic is on the client, and it's easier. I'm gonna say it's easier to cheat the game, so we have to assume that the game is being hacked and cheated, although we made a lot of effort for it. We made a lot of effort so it doesn't happen, so we scare away like 90% of the hackers, but we still have to take into consideration that there will be cheaters whatever we do. So people will it's just gonna be a battle amongst cheaters.
Yeah, which is a problem. But I really like the idea of the factions. I don't know. I think there's something there, but I definitely think we have to be careful on making it global, if that makes any sense.
Yep. I love that face. This guy has no penis. I have proof. I fucking
think of the idea like a...
Yeah, sorry?
Oh, he was just saying, think of the idea like a pie chart, where you can make one piece bigger than the others. Because I think there's something there for co-op, multiplayer, but I don't know.
That's beautiful. I was feedback. I was like replying to feedback. I was listening to a podcast about with Justin Roiland, the creator of the show Rick and Morty, and he was saying that he went on 4chan and to an anonymous account and destroyed himself and the show, saying like, this is the worst fucking show ever, blah 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 blah, on his own, and then just look at the reply and evidence, and then he was like, okay, I'm ready to face internet. It was like, and then people were like saying stuff, like mean stuff to him, and it was like, man, come on, you can't do better than that. I was like, that is beautiful.
I love that. That's perfect. Time modifiers don't really allow for cheating easily. Timestamps on the server, for example. Or to cheat that? Yeah, that's true. And that's kind of what we were thinking about doing for like a raid boss or something, like a community co-op boss. But it also can't be based on your individual account's attack damage value, like. I don't know. This is something that I've never done before, so It's also difficult to kind of keep it within the...
I fucking love it. It makes me laugh. Okay, so
It's so beautiful.
We need a GIF of this, and
Oh
I will
god.
have to send that to Etienne.
It's perfect.
I like how I don't know. We take Bob as the guy who just says that some bios suck. I don't know. I like the whole thing. I like that we take our own character to make something that says like, "Hey, we're talking about the game." There's something there. Okay.
Yeah, I love that it's Bob saying the game sucks too.
Yeah, that's totally Bob. It's a lot Bob friendly. Okay, so I have arts. Is it an XSplit? Feedback time. Feedback.
Can be a new banner for the subreddit. Oh god, I love it.
Totally.
Think of other angles. Dude, Jack, I super appreciate the brainstorming assistance.
Yeah, totally. No, I cannot do... Oh, okay, because he's pointing at me and that's why. Okay, so we cannot point at the whole thing. So I will have to just like paste the face there. But anyway, I'll send that to Etienne. He's gonna make magic out of it. Alright, so all this, but I still haven't done my fucking timer. Alright, there we go. Go back here. So it was so... Okay, how about we talk about another Reddit thing? Because I'm still just like doing animations and shit instead.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at the chat. Sorry, guys. I was kind of in the zone, just like... That's funny. Having my own character tell me that I suck. I love it. I enjoy it.
The only other thing that immediately springs to mind is the other thing that I said we had to unpack from that thread. At the very bottom, which tells you how many upvotes they've gotten. This one dude was saying, you know, this frustration with the game has been this way since last fall. Why can't the devs address this issue rather than adding stuff that doesn't really matter in the long run?
Okay. Which one? Is it the spectral scimitar not working anymore? No.
No. It's the same thread, but it's just at the bottom of the thread. And the only thing that I would say to that, I've already addressed, which is the arcane stuff that we do affects all the players, whereas anything we do to the late game progression only affects like tiny 1% of our players. 1% of the players have 99% of the orbs. Hashtag not my succubus.
Ouch. No, sorry, I just read this. I just read the...
Oh, yeah, that's
no matter
the
how
other thing.
stupid the game goes from now on, there'll be people to praise them. Like, what?
Yeah, dude, no, like that's kind of what I was thinking about just replying to myself. Because he says, you know, Zombidle's about helping them dreams of being console devs, not about the player's experience, so fuck us, right?
Yeah.
Like, and you already replied to that dude on Friday. No, Wednesday.
Is that the guy I replied to?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Okay. Okay.
And it's just like, dude, we
I don't know if the...
we rely on Zombidle to help us with that. It is all about the player experience.
I'm not gonna repeat it as well. I fucking play Zombidle every single day. I love the game. I freaking love the game. If I haven't the console game I have to work on, I will jump on Zombidle. I actually have to stop myself to just like, not Zombidle. I have to take care of that other project. I actually slipped a few things because I worked on the weekend because I wanted to work on Zombidle. I was at my mom with my kids and everything. I was playing Zombidle. I was like, it would be neat to have a button that activates all skills. and I was looking at my laptop, like, you know what? Fuck it, and I just did it. So, more ads. There you go. So the point is, whenever I play Zombidle and it becomes boring on my end as a player, I'm like, wheat, red flag, red flag. So it's just about like, that makes a shit ton of money. Like, not at all. It's actually perfect. We're having just enough money to continue working on it and be able to sustain the whole team. But it's not about fuck fans, because there's so much more I don't know. There's so much we do. Like the Amazon Player, for example, the thing with Amazon Player, it's like we're losing money to sustain the game on Amazon, basically.
Yeah.
So, but we still do it because there are players over there that enjoy the game, and we don't want to just say like, hey, well, fuck you guys, even if it's only like there's 6,000 downloads on Zombidle, so there's probably like 70 people playing on Amazon. But it was still updating the game over there as well, because there's 70 users that want to play, We just don't want to spit on them after playing a long time. No, we just want to do it there as well. The podcast every 2 weeks where we talk about the game. This thing right now that we're doing.
Yeah.
But no matter how much we will do, actually, I think that it's going to be something. Somebody on the internet will say... that we don't do or we don't care or ads, blah blah blah. By the way, thanks for the cheer, Monkey Man. No, not Monkey Man. Mien Diem, thanks for the cheers.
I love the monster animation eating the bits is one of my favorite. But like from a financial standpoint, it doesn't make any sense to accuse us of being.
Thank you very much, man. Oh, you punched me in the face right when I was, drinking water. I almost choked to death.
You almost killed Latch.
You almost killed me.
But no, I was just saying, like it doesn't make any sense to accuse us of trying to like wring the game for all the money we can, because that doesn't get us any fans. That doesn't get us any people who are like, oh, I love your game so much. That just gets us a little bit of money, and then we have nothing left. Like,
I mean,
No Man's Sky is of the size to try to like wring people for money, but indie developers can't do that and be sustainable.
Yeah. I mean, if I piss you off because I don't care about you on Zombidle, let's say that, let's assume that's a fact, right? I don't care about the user. Will you buy my next game I'm working on? No, because I don't care about you, So I do care about my fans because, they are the people like keeping me alive. So it's not even logical. It's not even. So we do take care of all the user. That's everything we got. Now somebody will edit this and say like, no, I don't care about you. No, I don't care about you.
I don't care about Zombidle. I don't care about fans.
I don't care about shit. I'm just here for money. Like that clip in The Simpsons with the clock in the background that goes like.
Just clip, then post it all.
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody clipped it already. I don't care. Oh, yeah, beautiful. But yeah, it doesn't make sense anyway. So no, we do care. But yeah, whatever we do, there's gonna be somebody who says we don't care, which is just not true. But the only thing we can reply is, "Hey, I'm sorry you don't like the game. We're working hard on it, and we're still working on it."
Yeah, I mean, there's one dude. I was just trying to find another thread that we can reply to.
Yep.
But this one dude is saying, I'm starting to believe in this new update, bugs are intentional. There is no single bug which increases progress or gives extra something. On the other hand, there are 1,000 new bugs and all of them are anti-progress.
There's 1,000 new bugs?
The first thing that pops to my mind is last year we had a bug with the offline skulls, which let people immediately complete all of the content we had. Then we had a bug that I literally just fixed, which immediately multiplied all the skulls that come from villagers. So you would get way more money than you were supposed to.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that there are still bugs in the game to get extra chests from bosses, but I'm on it. It's so low on the priority list. It's another bonus thing for that, and there are just like there are bugs in the game.
Well,
But-
it's pissed off player. We can do like, I mean, they're gonna sell a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we had the diamond exploit, which we just weren't really worried about until it became a huge problem.
The diamond,
Like-
oh yeah, the diamond exploit thing. Yeah, that's a good example. Like people saying like, "Hey, it's broken," and it was like, "Well, it gives you more diamond, and people are not exploiting it." So yeah, there you go, man. Little gift. Consider this as a gift. And then it became a problem because people were actually cheating on it and distributing it. And we're like, okay, let's fix it. So we fixed it, and then people were not happy because they're saying, "Hey, you dropped the diamond rate." So like, well, what do you want us to do? I don't know. We do A, and it's not working. But you know, that's part of the job. Actually, we cannot satisfy every single person, but we do look at the feedback and we do reply. You know, case in point, the diamond thing was based on feedback that we got. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah, Lurklin, you totally did reply to him as well.
Okay. More ads, please.
Yeah, more ads.
Even more ads. Arrow Master, follow the channel. Welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you very much for following them.
The diamond complaints were only because 0 were being dropped. Yeah, that. Oh my god, people lost their minds.
The diamond. Sorry, what?
So I had to immediately release a hotfix because, like, a patch immediately afterwards because, and this is a bug that has been in the game like since day 1.
Okay.
But because people were refreshing and using the exploit, nobody noticed.
Yeah.
But whenever a villager spawns with a diamond and runs off the screen and you don't collect him, that's still counted towards your cap.
So what's your cap?
Yep. So the limit of 10 diamonds that we had per session.
Yeah.
If a villager runs off the screen with a diamond, that's still counted.
Ah. Okay.
But nobody noticed because everybody refreshed the game all the time. But when I made the timer save on the server, and I very specifically did not use the same system that we have for the arcane items and hell buildings, because there's a bug I can't find, which makes there be a ridiculous timer associated with it.
Yeah.
I used a custom code for that. When I saved it to the server, it still did that. And people, if the villagers ran off with the diamonds, you couldn't just refresh to get more.
Oh shit.
So
How
I
did you-
immediately,
How did
I had to
you-
push another fix so that only when you killed a villager and he dropped a diamond, did it count towards the cap.
How did you find that bug, man? That's like impossible to find.
One of the viewers on Twitch actually helped me out. He
yeah.
sent me a suggestion, was like, hey, I think this might be happening. And then I looked in the code and yeah, sure enough.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I know, right? But yeah, I had to fix that like within a day of us pushing the update, which really sucked. But for the day that problem was online, dude, people were just like going insane and like foaming at the mouth. People were like, no, they don't want any diamonds to drop ever. These guys just all they care about is money.
Yeah. Yep.
Although I think that might be pretty much everything. I think that might be everything that we really need to address.
So it was only 2 comments then?
Those were the biggest ones. The other ones are just a couple of small bugs. There was the people talking about the PvP aspect of it. Oh yeah, we have a Google spreadsheet leaderboard that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw that. I added mine. And also insulted Etienne in there. Said, Etienne, you suck.
Oh yeah, and then people are talking about issues with ads on Android, which we are trying to solve.
Again.
Yeah, that's been a consistent thing, unfortunately.
I think that FGL was talking about switching to their new thing. I don't remember it, but they were saying we could switch to their new. There was a new thing that they wanted to say.
Yeah, the new system.
The new system. There you go. Countdown feedback.
Jack has another suggestion.
Oh.
Progression is just world 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In genres other than idle games, late game involve branching with the growth sector looks like the trunk of a tree. Multiple choices of dungeons / raids on WoW. Other mobile games have events on timers. 3 different worlds that have the same graphics with basic adjustments. Oh, like a fire, ice, and lightning world. Because we were talking about worlds where you can only use flying monsters or undead monsters.
Yeah. 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 And there's still the world that you can unlock only if you do a pile of garbage.
yeah.
I love that idea. That's going in. That's going in. I freaking love it. Like an Easter egg that you have to put like a shit ton of items. Because you basically have to give something on your own, you know, to sacrifice a shit ton of item to go there. But at some point in the game, item becomes a bit obsolete. I think I have over 100 rings, so I will gladly just rip them off and make anything with it, you know.
Yeah, I really do think, because like something I've heard talked about just as far as game design goes. Since like day one, since I started doing any kind of looking up stuff about game design, is it's all about making interesting choices. And I feel like in the early and mid game for Zombidle, we do have a lot of interesting choices. There's a lot of content to sift through. There's a lot of, hey, would you prefer this approach or would you prefer this approach? Mm-hmm. I think doing that for the late game, like maybe having World 6, and then splitting it up into like 3 different worlds with the different types that we've talked about, could really help for that. But we would need some kind of unique mechanics or some kind of unique bonuses for each world.
Yeah.
What that would be, I have no idea.
Yeah, that'll be hard. Because even if we do, like, for example, a world that only have flying monsters, right now with our current system, it will be very easy to go through it because the amount of skull that you put on the Thumb King, you just put it on the flying monster and that's it. So basically it will just translate into a world where it's DPS multiplied by 10%. So like DPS divided by 10, for example. Mm-hmm. You know, so that will be quite the same thing. So it will reach the same endpoint. It's just world difficulty multiplied by 10, or just like world your DPS is slashed by 10, which is something we can do, but we need more than that because right now there's only one monster that rules them all, and that's the Tomb King. So we need something to make all the monsters more interesting, more appealing. So maybe have something to build up your team, and then you can only put flying squids, for example. And if your entire squad is flying, it gives you a unique bonus for like a flying squad. So it makes you like multiply by 10, you know, or something like that. So some mechanics like this that you will strategically need to build up your team to reach that monster or that world, that will work. Which is, by the way, very interesting. Like, I would love to have that in the game. Can we press a button and have this in the game, please? That's all nice. But
yeah. Each world would have roadblock points that could require you to go into another world to obtain to overcome, without knowing how the balance of the game is, to incorporate late game items to provide necessary bonuses to overcome specific obstacles. The reason why I said the Fire, Ice, Lightning is to have a point where resistance can come into play. What you're talking about is creature type, which is binary. Oh, I see what you're saying. So I thought you were just referring to like different types of monsters and different types of regions. So you would have like an ice boss, which you would have to have a lot of fire bonuses to defeat to continue. If I understand your suggestion correctly.
Talking to Jack Lafear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I hope he's not talking to me.
No. I was just trying to make sure I understand his suggestion.
Sure.
Because I really like that. But the problem is you would have to have something like that. Okay. Yeah, the only issue that I can see with that is that I think we would have to have some kind of unique bonus for going down the branching paths. The idea I had was kind of like picture time. All right, I think we're gonna get a diagram. But yeah, I really like the idea of being able to go into different worlds and have different paths to take.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, I think in the paths we need some kind of unique bonuses. But I don't know unique bonuses for rewards is what I mean. And I don't quite know what those could be, if that makes any sense, Latch.
Gonna switch the subject, and what about your whenever you reach a new high score, you rebeat the same monster and it gives you a reward. You know the thing that you always talk about?
Oh, yeah. The monster that gets stronger every time you fight him.
Yeah, that I still like, actually. That's like a neat idea that I do like.
Yeah.
But, like, I still want to do something for that.
I know, I do too. And the best part is, we can have multiple bosses like this. We can have multiple characters that get stronger when you fight them.
Yep.
But what they could have as far as rewards, I'm not sure.
We could have like one boss per monster, and then when you fight the boss, it actually boosts up that monster, so he becomes monster level tier 2, for example, or something like that. I don't know, but we did said that idea wasn't very good, because it's just gonna come out with oh, now it's that monster, oh, now it's this monster that's better.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people, as far as I can understand it, the reason people want monster prestiging is because it is a little boring just to try to buy all the way up to the Tomb King and then only buy him.
yeah.
But the root of that problem is that people feel like they aren't getting value for their skulls.
Yep.
People feel like they're just wasting, and, you know, at some point skulls become irrelevant and they don't really help you progress.
Yep. Well, the mechanic we did with Carl was perfect, I believe. Because right now, I always switch between the Tomb King and Carl, you know? And I'm happy to just try to do that with those. So I like the mechanic between those two. Because I'm always thinking strategically, where do I spend my skull, you know? Should I spend it on the next level of Carl? Or should I sink it into the Tomb King? And that's nice. That's a very simple way to try to... What do I do with my money?
Mm-hmm.
So if we could apply something like that to the rest of the monster, that'll be perfect. But if we just reply, like, if we just say, okay, let's have a prestige system, the zombie horde will be the next one, and then the other dude will be the next one, and they will become the Tomb King one after the other. So we just reply a problem with another problem.
Yeah, exactly. There's no elegant solution that I can see.
Yep. Well, we thought about the time portal, like, on fire monster thing. Remember that?
Yeah, and I really like that idea.
That was a nice one.
The style that you talked about, boss increase, is a core mechanic of the late game for the Patapon series. Oh, dude, I only played the first Patapon, but I loved it so much.
Patapon?
Yeah.
Who's that?
It was a game for the PSP, and basically it was a strategy game, so you controlled a little series of guys, and you could like choose what squad you wanted to put together. But
Oh yeah, is it the rhythm game?
yeah,
Kind of, yeah. Like a patapon.
you gave them commands with a little drum.
How do you call it? Patapon?
Hmm.
Nice, because that was like I always call it patapon because like it really sounds French. Like,
A point that matters.
The way you
Oh, go
sing
ahead.
it is like no, I was just saying the way you saying it was like, huh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, I put different emphasis on it.
Yeah. Patapon.
Point that matters to most is that some bosses provide unique materials for crafting. Yeah. Oh shit.
Can we agree on something like the whoa, that was ugly. The crafting things seems to be the most enjoyed thing, the thing that people enjoy the most. Is that it? Would you agree on that? Crafting
You and me?
shit, yeah. Well, let's
Yeah.
say like a community, like crafting shit and recipes. I feel that there's a general agreement that that's like the thing that people enjoy the most in Zombidle. Will you say yes or no on that?
Yeah, me definitely. Just even from a game design perspective, crafting provides a great deal of flexibility, and it provides that interesting choice thing that I was just talking about. But the problem is the bonuses for most of the items aren't necessarily good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I like to craft. Like for example, I really love crafting the skill duration +5, and I really love to craft the +1 white drop on all the bosses. I really love doing that, and I did it for like weeks, if not months. So having or the combining unique item together to make something awesome, I really love that as well. Crafting the shards or 3 shards together, really love that. So there's a lot of stuff that we can do and that we could do as well. Like I don't know, if we combine 3 cubes together, it gives something, and with that something you can actually combine it with something else that gives a really fucking huge bonus, you know. Or maybe just 3 cubes could give you a shard, because making 3 cubes takes a lot of time, and it's actually a lot of DPS involved, so it's additive. Like, you cut down a shit ton of additive stuff to create a shard. So, but I actually said to you that we shouldn't do that. Although, if we bind it with time, we should be good.
Yeah.
Like 3 cubes together make a green shard or a red shard. But anyway, my point was to create more recipes is something that's quite easy for us to do, just to create new items, and I feel that the player really enjoy it. Like we do I hear it like every updates. Like, okay, there's this, and this. Is there a new recipe? That's the next question, right?
Yep.
So
I think people really do like the crafting system. And I think that it's something that not a lot of idle games have.
Yep.
But it also presents a problem where how do you balance that with idle progression? I think there's definitely something here that Jack was talking about, because he mentioned that Patapon series, each boss gets stronger every time you fight them. As they get stronger, they drop better gear. So there's kind of this weird balance of, do you grind one boss until he gets to a point where he's dropping really good stuff? You know, or do you go fight some of these other bosses because they drop XYZ, you know? And I think maybe because that could be really good for the end game, where we have a couple of bosses that drop maybe a special chest that has like unique crafting components. They could be bound to gameplay. Then we could have one boss that you can only fight like once per day or something, and he drops a very special component that you can use in a recipe.
Gotcha.
So that binds a super powerful thing with time, like you were suggesting. It gives you, and then he just gets stronger every time. So, we have a little bit of a limit there. And I think that would give people a reason to progress if we made them start at, say, difficulty 1,000, and then we made the next one difficulty 11 or 1,200, difficulty 13, 1,400. It gives you late game goals to hit, and then it gives you really interesting crafting components that you can use for special recipes as you hit them.
Totally agree. I was listening, by the way. I was coding shit at the same time, but I was listening.
No, it's all good. And then I actually really like the idea of each of these bosses having resistances like Jack suggested. Maybe instead of a world having resistance, the bosses themselves have resistances. So you kind of have to carefully determine, okay, how do you fight this thing?
Yeah. No, I was about to say, like, whatever we do, kind of, whatever resistance system we do, it's gonna grind out, it's gonna come down to progress anyway.
Yeah.
So, because right now, if we want to do something like this, we need, like, a team building system, for example. And then you have to decide, okay, should I grind for item X, Y, and Z to boost up that monster so I can mix it up with this, and this monster together for that particular boss. Otherwise, it's just about like getting X amount of skulls and upgrading everything.
Yeah. We'd have to find a good way to do that if we did any kind of resistance.
Yep.
Specifically, it's that you get units and items that are awesome. You get the ingredients from different bosses. The importance of what this does is when you have a goal to make item 1, 3, and 4, then you have to fight boss A X times, boss Y, or boss D Y times. Creates a variety of content. Yeah, I like that. Each boss has a different kind of drop table, which means that you don't sit there farming one boss forever.
Okay.
Yeah, we would need some kind of equipable system if we wanted to do resistances.
Exactly.
And that's a lot of work.
Exactly. And we only care about ads.
Sorry. Shit about the player experience.
Sorry. We don't care about... no, but I'm always like I always love all those ideas, but then my brain comes and say like, okay, just be realistic, and that's why I'm trying to find ways that is very super fast and like within our grasp, within the near future, doable, because we wanted to have a skill tree for Bob, and we did even have UIs done for it to have a skill tree for Bob. And that's something we want to do. That's something on our list since May. I do remember that. But turns out we didn't have time to do it because we were working on more urgent thing.
Yeah.
So like when we discuss about all those ideas, I love it. It's nice thought experiments. But then my brain's like, okay, can we try to see what's on the table right now and what kind of structure can we do with the building blocks we have on our table right now,
Yeah.
Which is why I was like, I'm gonna refer back to my achievement thing where if you reach that amount of white orbs, you give like a huge bonus. That's something that will take literally one line of code. If I think I can use literally here. But that's something very easy to do. It's not gonna fix all the problems, yes, but it's gonna fix one problem. And my point is, it's an elegant solution to fix something. It doesn't cost us much, but it does represent a lot for the player.
I will also say, I think in 2 weeks, in a span of a 2-week update, I can add monsters that get stronger when you fight them. And if Etienne can crank out a bunch of new item designs, we can get unique crafting components from those monsters and powerful unique items that you can make with those components.
Nice.
I'm reasonably sure that all of that is doable in 1 2-week update span.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, the monster mechanic, I believe it's within our grasp. I do believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, the monster mechanic is super easy to do, and new recipes and new items are super easy to add. Like, it's literally one line of code to add new items and recipes. If we wanted to have special bonuses for the items, that takes a little bit more time, but is totally doable.
Coding is easy, right? We're still saying that, oh, it's one line of code. Oh, this is one line of code. That, one line of code. Like, it seems super easy when we talk about updates.
3 simple items: fire dagger, fire sword, fire large sword. The fire items, you get higher ice penetration with each gained, but the percentage gained per fire item is on a higher max, higher percentage per item. Those are also craftable like larger items. That would be interesting if we just had a flat bonus that you could get per item. And it would just...
A flat bonus?
Yeah, so kind of like maybe the axe, where it's just like plus a certain amount of your DPS per non-click monster, you know? But instead of that, it would be sort of like an elemental bonus, where it wouldn't be an equipable, it would just be, do I have enough of this item to take on this boss?
Oh,
that would be possible. Okay, these items do not increase damage, they increase the penetration of the element. Oh,
okay.
So,
Got it.
so you'd have a monster that has, like, ice, and then anytime you have fire bonuses, it reduces the negative effects of that boss, if I'm understanding your suggestion correctly.
Okay, got it. So DPS will be binded to an item. That's open. That opened a. I would say that opened a Pandora's box. Like, I like the fact that you can have an item that destroys a particular event, but it's also create an item that once you beat that event is completely irrelevant.
Not necessarily.
Okay, unless you make some recipes and shit, that will be good.
Well, not even just that. If it's the boss that you can defeat multiple times, then it just lets you defeat him a little bit faster every time. Okay. It just lets you be more effective at fighting.
Okay, so then you can actually take, for example, your generic DPS and combine them to add a fire DPS then, like a bonus of fire. So then the question is about sacrificing your general DPS to make elements DPS to get through a certain place.
Exactly. So if I'm understanding his suggestion correctly, let's say we have an ice golem, and you fight him, but you're only doing like 75% of your max DPS against him.
Yeah.
But if you make the daggers, it gets you like 5% extra damage against him. So instead, like, you have 3 daggers, instead of 75%, you're at what, 60%? The boss has 1,000 resistance of fire. If you have 1,001 fire damage, you start doing more damage to it. Now it levels up and it has 1,100 resistance to fire.
I like it.
So as the bosses get larger, there's a point you need to go back and progress and gain more orbs to get further. You know what? Yeah.
Let's do it! No, I actually like it, though. I like the system, and it will be fairly easy to represent it to the player. What we could do, for example, is just the bosses, the description. It's always the boss's name could just be red or yellow or something like that, you know. So it will be quite easy to put it in the interface, saying like normal damage this. Although we will need a complete interface though for that, because like this. It has to say, I am a fire element boss or something like that. But it's still doable. It's still something we can definitely do. But yeah, I like it.
I like that too.
I like it.
The resistance system would be fairly quick to implement. I think it would take longer than 2 weeks because of all of the items and all the new unique bonuses and then all the balancing. But it's definitely something that could be done within like 2 week periods.
It is something that I like for a reason. It's exploiting the item mechanic more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one thing is, me as a player, I hate it when there's a shit ton of elements. I feel like when there's like, for example, 8 or 12 elements, I fucking hate it. Like, I always boost everything in my general stuff. But if we can always just introduce them one at a time, you know. If we have like only 3 elements, and that's only for late games, and that's only to get that extra step that gives you that extra shards or extra unique items or something like that, I will totally agree, you know. That's like an optional side quest. I love it, especially if you just grind your generic damage that you can replenish anyway. I mean, good, you know.
Yeah.
So you cut your general damage to boost your fire damage, but anyway, you're gonna grind back up to where you were, and everything goes up anyway. So, yep,
I like it.
I like it.
Create a gate that actually defeat the bosses so that allows you to have goals. I need more of this so that I can get more progression. Yeah.
Oh, and then the monster. We have 10 monster. We could divide them and say like, he is a fire monster. He is a this monster, that monster. So that element. So the Tomb King, for example, will be general. He's doing like a shit ton of damage, but he's general. The Flying Squid will be wind. The Red Knight will be fire. Something like that, you know. So then we can work with this.
Yeah, I like it.
We definitely have something there. If we introduce that slowly and simply, I like it.
I think it could definitely be very doable. You can do the standard 4, fire, water, earth, wind. Yeah, makes sense. Zombies can be earth. The only question I have, how would this work for idling / offline progression? Honestly, I feel like if we have this in conjunction with the ability to send monsters to multiple regions where you can, farm multiple regions at once, that'll be pretty good. The way I see, like, the perfect Zombidle. Oh, what's up?
No, I said thanks, Jack, for the host. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, dude. But anyway, in my head, and it's probably different for everybody, but like the perfect Zombidle would be whenever you log in, you're making important strategic decisions. You're choosing what to craft, you're choosing if you want to go attack a boss, you're helping out your guys if they're stuck on a boss in a region, like you actually go into the region, fight the boss, and let them continue on. You're making like the interesting choices, and your little characters are doing all the boring stuff like farming worlds.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I see like the game perfectly. So anytime you boot it up for like 10-20 minutes, if you want to make a bunch of really interesting choices, you do that. Or then you can go into a world and just like fucking speed through it because your character is so obscenely strong.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of the perfect blend of like active versus idle play, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I do agree. Like, if we have the general damage be tied to like the idle playing, and then the fire damage is actually something, when you want to specifically surgically affect one problem, you go to the element route. Otherwise, you just go to the high road of progress.
Mm-hmm. And you're like the idea we had about stationing generals in regions, like you just let them take care of all the boring farming.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It creates an insane amount of craftable content mentally, because now when you think, I want to make a great ring, but you as a developer can use one item and make 4 items by adding an elemental glow behind it, you can work that into expanding your crafting system. Yeah, that's very true. It would be very simple to add new stuff like that.
Indeed. Well, we always have to think that it's easy to add for example, recipes and stuff like that. But every time we have a recipe, we have to do a monster, and we have to do also a reward that will benefits for it, you know. So like adding the actual code is easy, but making it interesting might be hard after a while, you know.
The
What I'm
way
talking about?
yeah, no, I totally get it because you have all these things tied together.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it is if we have a model element in num where you just have a certain set of elements,
Mm-hmm.
we can bind a bonus. We just make new meta bonuses for certain elements, which would let us make any item that we want with pretty much any element bonus.
Mm-hmm.
We make new monsters, and we also give them an element resistance,
Mm-hmm.
which would let us make any monster. And then
Mm-hmm.
we assign special drop tables, like we already have for the rarities. We just assign those to certain monsters.
Mm-hmm. But my,
So,
well,
oh,
yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Yeah, continue.
I was just gonna say, if we wanted to add, say, 2 new items to an update, we don't have to add a new monster to drop it, and a new element for this, and to do that. We
Mm-hmm.
can just use the little puzzle pieces that we've already put together, and then
Yeah.
just throw it on a new monster.
But let's say, like, for example, okay, concretely, step one, we have a monster that is level 500, whatever. He has
Mhm.
fire damage and everything, so he drops a unique item. It's interesting. Yeah, you beat it. Bravo. What's next? Do we have the? Do I have to? Can I compete the same monster again?
Mhm.
Okay, so I can compete the same monster again. What he drops now?
He drops one of a couple of different things. So it wouldn't. Each monster wouldn't drop one item. Each monster would
Oh,
drop
like he
like
drop
a
a
champ.
fire chest, for example.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. And you can kill him only once per day or something like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I would imagine that you most of these monsters you could kill once per run. So you take the time portal, but he's stronger. But we could also, that was just a quick little thing I threw out. Like when I said we could make an item that's like a multiplicative bonus based on cubes or something. We can make a monster that you can only fight once per day who can drop that. So there is a way that we can gate that behind gameplay and time so that people don't go crazy with it. But something like that is just a little thing I threw out.
Okay. Okay. So it's either by time, because if it's a boss, it has to be difficult. It
Yep.
has to be binding to it has to be a challenge somehow. And my concern is whenever I kill him the first time, I will reach. Okay, so let's say I've been able to kill him like 10 times because I'm super strong, right? I reach that point where it's very fucking hard to defeat. So now I'm trying to reach the next step by either adding multiplicative damage on the fire element, for example, or boosting my general thing to get that extra item from him. And then it's gonna get harder and harder to try to craft the next one. I just feel there's a balancing difficulty here, because right now I'm on level 1,200 something. So I will beat, like, for example, 10 times that boss. And now to reach the next one, and then very easily it's gonna become like super hard to get to the next one. So I don't know, like, if we bind it to time, that doesn't really become a challenge anymore.
Yeah. I think no matter what, we have to bind it to gameplay, and I think
Yeah.
it has to get stronger by a certain amount every time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that just kind of makes or breaks the whole idea.
Mm-hmm.
Binding it to time is only for stuff that we want to drop that's very powerful, you know? Stuff that we don't want, even if you can complete them like 1,000 times in a day, we want to make sure that you don't go crazy with it. Boss once per day, minion, grind for small bonuses but get stronger over time. That's not a bad idea. Probably I'm a big qualm. It doesn't make sense why there would suddenly be elemental influences in the game. I like the idea, but it's weird to have it suddenly becoming part of the game. You would like to have a reason behind it. The story would be like heaven has noticed your army of darkness ravaging the land and has granted the people of the world the ability to defend themselves. Some lore behind it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, doing the lore behind it is pretty simple. We just make a new splash screen. The boss has a drop table that's very useful. Minions can increase the percentage by a trivial amount per level with a max level. It's not a bad idea. But yeah, I think we, as crazy as this whole idea has gotten, because it's kind of expanded a lot in scope.
Yeah.
I actually think that it's very doable because it's all very small, minor things for the data layer.
Yeah. Well, it's new ways to, I don't know, like, I think it's feasible. I think that it's only, like, it's high on code and low on visual. I'm just concerned, like, my guts tell me that after implementing that, 1 month later, it will become like, oh fuck, we're gonna go back to square one. My guts tell me that. Unless we do something like, like for example, there's a world, you kill the boss, and he's fire first, and then he's ice, and then he's wind, and then he's another one. So just swapping like this. And increasing in difficulty, so you have to chase through different elements. That would make it more doable, more funky, should I say? Like, you have to strategically go to some places. But having a boss that is like, I'm fire and I'm increasing in difficulty all the time, is basically the same thing as I'm a boss and I'm generic, increasingly difficulty at the same time. So, I just feel we're replacing a problem with another problem. That's my guts, though. I may be wrong, but
I totally see your concern. I want to go back just a second when you said that you would just be in a month from now we'd be back at square one. Like,
yep.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that having like, okay, the generic the boss with a reward on highest difficulty, I want that, right? That's something I really want. But I just feel that if we just apply that with an element monster as well, it's just gonna be the same thing, just with a fancy element, you know. So hang on, I'm doing something at the same time.
Yeah, sure.
Just trying to finish that up because I'm destroyed the. There we go. Yay!
Oh god, I love it.
Finally have it. Alright. Not gonna work though, but whatever. Then I can just put it like this.
It's not gonna work. Why is it not gonna work?
I mean, it is gonna work, but I'm trying to hang on. So if I do this and then this, oh yeah, love it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, perfect. So on OBS, I can just hide it and then put it back. Boop. So it's literally one click, and I can have it there. And at the end, it's gonna say chop 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 chop. So I'll leave it there.
Oh, that's awesome.
We have something. Sweet.
So.
All right. So back to the problem. Okay.
Yep.
I have my full brain now. I'm not distracted by all that thought. The fire element thing is just it has to be something special as well. If we have a monster that every time you kill it, it becomes stronger, it's the same as if we have another boss that is fire element and becomes stronger. If we just do that, it's not really exploiting the element thingy. So we have to rotate or like, for example, the basic thing will be one monster generic and 4 elements monster, you know? if we do that, it's gonna be a race about crafting. Like right now, it's a race about crafting shards. Well, it will be a race about crafting the equivalent of shards of the other elements as well. So that's what I'm thinking about. You know?
Yeah, I see your point.
So a way to fix that will be a bleh. Like I said, there's one boss. At first, he's like general, and then whoop, fire element, and then general, and then whoop, ice element. So you have to focus. You know, if you want to get to that extra step, you can go fetch some elements over there.
Would it change things in your head? Like in your head, is this just one boss for the entire game? Because I think in Jack's idea and kind of in my head, it was you have access to like 6 different bosses.
Well, we can apply the element thing to a different bunch of bosses actually. Like the volcano world can all be fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, totally.
Okay.
Totally, but I'm just like I'm not super like, oh my god, it's gonna fix a shit ton of stuff. I'm just like, it opens up to having a very easy. It opens up a new way to add new content very easily.
Yep.
But we already have that, and it's called the crafting system. And I feel that we often chase the solution that will help us out to create new content. And once we do, like, yay, we have it now. Hey, Roxamas, thank you. Hey, we have it now. We have that feature that's going to help us out. And then instead of exploiting that mechanic and pumping out new content, we chase to another feature to make the same thing.
Yeah, this is very true.
So people right now are requesting recipes. They are asking for recipes. We should focus like on start one doing that instead of implementing a new mechanic that will have us to think about new game design ideas and ways to do that. So that's my main concern, you know. I'd love that fire thing element. We can apply that to worlds as well. As I said, we have a volcano right now. Do we have a volcano?
Yeah.
We have the inside of a volcano, right? Well, that could be the fire world, and the swamp could have been the earth world. So now if you want to get those extra unique items in those worlds, you can get the elements just for those, you know? So it becomes more strategic for this one. Like, we could unlock 4 worlds at the same time. Hey, we have a new world for each element. That'll be nice. But that's like, I like all the ideas in my head, but we already have a feature that allows us to create new content very easily. And I feel that we should go toward that instead.
I think, and I'm not necessarily worried about like the ease of which we can create content. I'm more thinking the ease with which we can introduce end game content. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because like we already have, like you said, we already have the recipe system, which is super easy to do. The monster ideas where they have special drop tables that drop cool loot, but also like elemental stuff that you can fuse together. That just further exploits the recipe system that we have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. But I don't feel that we need that. Like right now, for example, late game. I'm considering myself in late game. I get about like 10 items per run because I just go through them. Like I get all the items on the first world, and so I get about 10 items per run. So a good way to give content for the late games people will be to do something, for example, with rubbish. I know it sounds stupid, but to do something with rubbish. Because to me, I can create a shit ton of item right now, and I can blast them up because they don't means a lot to me anymore. Or have something like combining 3 rings together, because right now fighting a boss for me, it's 8 minutes long instead of only 2 minutes. I have crammed it up to 8 minutes. I have 100 rings, you know. So instead of introducing a new mechanics with the element thing and new items, why don't we get rid of the problem that right now I have fucking 100 rings? If you give me like, okay, something stupid. If you give me a shard for in exchange of 20 rings, for example, I want to be like, all right, there you go, all my rings, I'm gonna put it there, you know, because I don't need that extra 8 minutes. I will gladly sacrifice all these rings to get something awesome. So I don't know, maybe a dude will come and say like, hey, by the way, do you want to give me 50, like half of your rings? Give me half of your rings and I'll give you a shard. So a dude that comes in there with only an interface and tell me that, I'm like, yeah, why not? Or 50 rings or whatever, you know. So a mechanic like this will be appealing for late game as well. But that was just like out of my head. But another idea I had is being able to have a weird recipe where it asks you, like not in the forge, but a dude that asks you, I want 40 rings, 5 cubes, and 50 thing, and I'll give you this awesome unique item. So that'll help me to try to get the maximum of item and try to get there, you know. Add a little strategic thing. But anyway, like I feel that with what we have right now, we can transform the shit ton of items. We should look at a typical late game player now and say, what can we do to fix? What's the problem there? What he has too much? And bleh.
Yeah. Honestly, Mindium has that spreadsheet that I linked you to that he's been continuing to update. And my God, he has a lot of shit. And I think the problem right now is that in the late game, people have a lot of everything except for DPS.
Yeah.
The DPS of those buildings just gets to ridiculous levels. And we already adjusted it a little bit, which is why starting at like level 500, it actually gets easier for a little while and then continues on. But yeah, no, the crafting components, they have just thousands of villager souls. If we hadn't capped it to 20, they would have millions of orbs and everything. Yeah. And some people even have like 30 or 40 shards.
The ghost mechanic, by the way, is very on par with the new crafting system, the new multiple slots crafting thing. Because when you don't have anything left or you don't really want to do anything, well, you can craft ghosts. Because ghosts takes a lot of time, so then you can do multiple of them. That's what I always do, actually. Just like put a shit ton of ghosts in there when I don't know what to do. I cram that up with ghosts. So that's pretty cool. Like, I felt that we did good on this one, like it was planned. Yeah.
We definitely need to do more with the ectoplasm too. We need a lot more ectoplasm items. Can you sacrifice items in rubbish to get a temporary boost? Not yet, but I know that's something that we've been thinking about, having consumables.
Yep. Like creating a potion or something like that, and then you can drink the potion.
Yeah, or you make...
Well, it's easy. We have to make item... We killed the Batman. We have to make an item that you can consume instead of break for 3 diamonds or something like that. Oh, sorry. Batman reference just popped in my head.
I don't know why. It hit me just right.
You. Okay, so like an item that instead of just breaking and give you 3 white orbs, you break and it gives you a bonus. So it is super easy to do because we already have the interface and everything. So we just have to make a little switch, a little change. But basically, just about you go to the items and you go get that consumable. You click on it and then boom, you get a huge bonus. It's actually just activate the devil deals and.
Yeah, exactly.
Voila.
Done.
Although it has to be very careful because if we do that, then the meta devil deals might become obsolete.
Yeah, we would need a way to stack devil deals.
Yeah.
I mean, I think stacking devil deals, because the system won't give you one unless it drops like 2 in a row.
Yeah, it would have to be something else. Like, I don't know, Bob on Fire, for example. So Bob is on fire, and it gives you a new kind of boost that stacks on top of the devil deal boost.
Yeah, we have the code in place to do it.
Yeah.
But we just need to give it a different feel.
Yeah, because if we combine that like this, it will be nice. Like, for example, imagine a potion that removes 5 house per difficulty. So if you combine this plus a a devil deal, you get to 1 house per difficulty. And then it can go like as 10 times as fast instead of only 2 times as fast. You know?
Or
so you combine those two, and
if we do the elemental thing, you craft a temporary thing that gives you, like, sets Bob on fire.
On this, yep.
Like, that's the reason why I really think that the bosses, the end game bosses, are a good idea. I like the idea of them changing elements, and I think instead of them just changing elements, we can just, like, have only a couple of bosses out of a big list appear, because that's really easy for us to do, and it means that every time you do a run or a time portal or something, you have kind of different goals.
Yeah. Okay, let me put it that way. The elemental thing, I think it's a good idea, but I think that it will multiply what we have already in place. And my concern is that what we have already in place is not exploited enough. So whatever we add right now in the content is going to grow, and whenever we're going to put the elemental system, it's just going to multiply by 4 or by 5 the content we already have. So the crafting system, the potion, the monsters, the shards, the multiplicative stuff, the items, whatever, is just going to multiply everything. But I feel that before applying a multiplier to what we already have, we should attack the core thing first. If it makes sense. That's my concern. So,
I get you.
Again, I like the elemental thing. But priority, producer hat, blah blah blah. It's not even producer, actually. It's about just trying to prioritize and make something fast and efficient.
Yeah, and I think doing a handful of bosses that get stronger and just drop custom loot will work by itself. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
By the way, your monster that you have to re-kill every 100 of difficulty, for example, he could give, for example, a shard by default, but each time you reach a certain threshold, oh no, we cannot do that. As I was about to say, every time you reach a certain threshold, it gives you a unique item. So it's not only shards. Sometimes it's like, oh, something new, you know.
Yeah,
but
I think
if you do that and you kill the boss at difficulty 500, and then now we can always deal with that though. Yeah. Never mind. Be right back. Water.
Sure.
Entertain the show. Do the show now.
Ghost compressor would be nice. Cookbook would help. Yeah, we want to do that. Assuming level 1 to 100 items. 1 potion, 200 level 2 items, make level 2 potion. Potions boost devil deals, not a personal boost. It's not a bad idea. But we already have the building. We want to do a building which upgrades your devil deals. So we would probably do something where, if we did that, it would like increase the duration of the devil deal. Even when you can craft 15 ghosts in a day, you still have to wait till you can get 15 more ghosts. Hoard all the consumables. Sure it's not vodka. It might be. I haven't submitted my save. It's because I'm not sure which one to submit. Because I've cheated on all of them. The birds are quiet. Dude, I have no idea. I think they're all asleep. Replace potion with component to help improve the building that does devil deals. Consume items to improve the devil deal building. Dude, I really like that. Instead of spending diamonds on the building, you craft components that you put into it. Really like that. Having a larger cap on a ghost would be nice. There are quite a few times that you pop in, set some items to craft, and go idle again. It would be helpful to have a stockpile of ghosts for times like that. Burb's asleep for 4 hours. Dude! She's not asleep now. She woke up. But they've been sleeping. I'm very surprised. Hey, what's up?
I'm super hungry, man. This is my actual lunch, and it's like 4 p.m. I haven't gotten a single bite.
Oh my god. I had a little something before my stream, but yeah, I'm pretty hungry too. So Jack just suggested, because I let him know that we were working on a devil deal building to upgrade the deals, but he was suggesting that instead of the consumables like boosting the deal, the consumables are components that you use to help improve the building. And I don't know, man. I really like the idea of crafting items to improve the buildings in hell.
Oh, okay, to improve the building time or the building
Maybe
time,
even the
or?
buildings themselves. Because people have been asking for the ghost compressor, where that's something that since we mentioned doing on the podcast, I've seen all over Reddit, which is people just demanding the ability to set something to just make items forever.
Oh, okay.
Where you're like,
now
I want to
it's
make
even more relevant, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
It's even more relevant right now with the multiple slot thing.
Yeah, but people were suggesting like, I want to make oh god, what can you make? A fucking gem or something, like a chaos gem. So
what the fuck? Sorry, Emily just said something horrible. Hey, Emily. She's probably pissed because I'm not working on Just Ships and Me's right now.
For like 2 hours.
For like 2 hours and a half, actually, counting your stream.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I don't care about Zombidle. Oh shit. Alright, sorry.
But it works. But yeah, I really like the idea, because I suggested a couple of things like, oh my god, months and months and months ago, when I showed you guys that little thing that I did, the mock-up for arcane items. I had some stuff like the ability to make a furnace where you get to like burn villagers or burn rubbish or something like that to help reduce time in the arcane. But I don't know, I really like the idea of crafting like add-ons for some of the buildings, you know?
Yeah. Well, the compressor is something I really like to have, and it's actually only one button-ish, right? Because on a slot you can you can just like make a boolean on the slot. I fucking hate that word. You can make a boolean on the slot itself, and if it's true, whenever you collect the item, you try to recreate the same item. As simple as that, right? So we could have a little checkbox underneath it, or at the place where the boost button is. That button's gonna get off because we want to do the big boost, you know.
Yep.
So at that place, we could have something that says redo, or like create new when done, something like that, you know. So you do a forge and then you do that, something like this. I don't know.
Yeah, I think what people have been asking for is for it to do it while you're offline.
Okay.
So, like, if I am away from the game for like a week, and I told it, hey, I want you to, I want you to make cubes or something, because I have like 10,000 tablets. That when they come back, they'll be like, hey, you made 300 tablets while you were gone.
Okay, got it. Okay, so it evens, like, offline, it also counts the amount of time. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
actually better.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been something that people have been asking for a while.
Okay.
And I really like the idea, but it's a little difficult from a code perspective. And at the same time, like, we would have to find a good way to fit it into the interface, and then we would have to find some nice way to gate it. Like, maybe it's a recipe that you get, you know?
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
Oh, Zemvel, I haven't fixed the underlying issue, but in the game, in the latest update, it checks if your boost timer is longer than 4 hours, and it checks if the crafting timer is longer than it should be. If so, it'll just automatically set it to 1 hour. So the crafting, like, 24-day thing is not a thing anymore.
Yay!
But yeah, I like that we were going to do feedback, and instead we've just been
We haven't
brainstorming.
Yeah. Well, we have the countdown done, though. We have this done. Look.
I love that so much.
Do you want it, by the way? I'll send it to you.
Oh, yes, please.
I cannot do it right now because you're on the show, but I'll do it after the show.
Sounds good.
The old countdown thing. I can even send you. No, you don't need the overlay though. But yeah, we have an overlay now. We have a setup. We have a professional setup now. So we'll be able to do it and clip and everything. But now it's Friday. It's 4 p.m. and my Skype is orange. It's flashing, and I cannot check it out. And I wanted to check it out. And Etienne wanted to talk about the thing I started the stream with. Remember the thing I said, hey, I have to talk to you about
Oh,
thing?
yeah. So, I gotta hear this.
I have to finish up with Etienne, but it's something pretty cool too. Okay, let's resume everything though. Before we go, I want to resume everything. Like, I want to resume a little bit what we have to do. So what's next? What's gonna be cool? Yeah, step one in all the ideas, and I include you guys in the audience. In all the ideas, what's your favorite? What's like the one thing that really said like, oh yeah, I really want that. Either it's the consecutive monster, I don't know, the elemental thing that we talk about, the consumable potion, the multiple crafting thing, not multiple, but the compressor. I don't know. Just let us know.
For me personally, I want to see like 4 or 5 monsters that get tougher, and they have unique drop tables.
Drop tables?
Yeah, so you have like 4 or 5 different items you can get from them, and each one drops slightly different items. Oh, okay. So you have to kind of fight all of them to get all the components to make awesome shit.
Okay. Why 4?
I don't know. Just a number I threw out.
Okay. Because we could have like only one that you can destroy every single day that is equal to your highest difficulty right now, for example, or highest difficulty ever reached. It's just equal to the highest ever reached. You can beat it every single day, and that dude is giving the table turn thing.
I think we need to do more than just one monster.
Okay.
I think we need to do, like, there's a reason why I threw out just the number 4, which is 3 to me seems a little too low, but 5 feels like maybe too much.
How will you differentiate those monsters? I hate that word. How would you make a difference? Yeah.
They would just look totally different. Like, we have a couple of monsters that we haven't used, I think. Okay. It would be a little bit of work for Etienne to make new monsters, but we can just use the same animations that we have.
Yeah. So it's more about visual then.
There would be visual differences. And they would drop slightly different items. Maybe they would drop pieces of themselves as items.
Okay, I agree. Okay. I thought you were saying there was 4 available at the same time. So, for example, 4 map spots that you have to go through and reset all the time. You know, you're talking about 1 map spot, and every day there's 1 out of 4 monsters that drop shit, and each one of them that drop individual weird item. Is that it?
I was talking about 4 different monsters you have available.
Okay.
And the reason for this is, instead of just 1 monster, I feel like that would be kind of the same problem we have now. It would be a little boring. If you have 4 monsters that kind of have different difficulty levels, you can try and say, all right, I'm going to hit the next level of Monster 2 in this run, and then maybe I can get the third one, but oh shit, I have to reset.
Yeah.
So then Monster 3 and 4 stay where they are, but Monster 1 and 2 get tougher. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm just okay. Do we bind monster with time? We're getting into into more detail.
Yeah.
But okay, definitely love that actually. But we can totally argue on all plays. I like the idea. I'm gonna say this. I like the idea of having a monster that drops different shit. That you have to kill over and over and over, and sometimes he drops like a rare item or something like that. So that I'm totally in. Love it. The way I was seeing it is like there's one map spot, and sometimes you encounter one of 4 boss that all drops anything. But I'm open to hear your version of the thing. Just gonna look at quickly at the chat. I asked a question and I haven't looked. Monkey Man is asking cutscenes.
Emily wants it 3D and
3D,
VR.
Voilà, 3D. 3D and VR. Collect our craft and pay 5 diamonds to collect all the items for chests. The boss that level each time drop special items. Yup. We have that twice, I think. Is it? I saw that, the incremental boss. I saw that earlier as well. I like seeing the succubus a lot. Oh, nice. Well, we have something for that, actually. We have a building prepared for her. You will be satisfied.
I wouldn't say that. It's a bad idea.
All right, so from what I feel, I'd like if we could rewind in time and add more RPG element. Berserk Bed wants me to also, Orange. Yeah, okay. Bedar is also want me to talk on Sky. Okay, so the rest of my team really want me to go back and just Shapes and Beats. So this whole stream never happened. Let's all pretend I was working on Just Shapes and Beats. All right, let's all pretend I was doing that and not care about Zombidle. All right, so I'm gonna leave on that, guys. Kojak, thank you very much for staying like for another 2 hours, man.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you so much. Have a nice weekend, and let's talk about that. Let's do this thing for real next Monday, all right?
Yeah,
the
definitely.
answer thing. I'm gonna ask Etienne to make a beautiful GIF as well about the Berserk sock and everything.
Oh, he should like shake his fists.
Yeah, we should add like Berserk sock somewhere here. I keep my eye on you. Emily.
He definitely didn't spend 2 hours making a timer.
No, that didn't happen.
Oh god.
All right, Shane. Have a good one. I'll talk to you later.
You too, man.
About that thing. See ya. Shite. Alright, let's drop right away into the intro, guys. I'm gonna switch to the intro. That was a long stream. Yay! Thank you very much for watching today's episode of Watch and Friends. Yay! Happy Friday! I wish you all a very beautiful weekend. I want to say merry weekend. Merry weekend. It's probably not a word, but I'm gonna invent this. Merry weekend, everybody. So yeah, as usual, schedules over there. I hope you enjoyed this the old Impromptue Zombidle podcast thing. We're gonna try to make it a little bit shorter next time. We just ended up like talking for 2 hours. It was a nice discussion though. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did as well. Talk about some Zombidles and everything. But hey, it has to stop, right? So guys, if you want to forget to follow, forget it.
Do it!
Forget to follow.
Just do it!
You can rewatch also everything on YouTube. Guys, I love you all. You guys are the best. And, oh, actually, I think that we can punch Ryan Clark in the face. I think that Ryan Clark is here. Guys, if you want to have a dude that I respect a lot that talk about Steam and analyzing Steam and everything, like, if you really want to do your homework as a game dev, like as a producer, please go watch Ryan Clark. Stay right here. I'm gonna host him. I'm gonna punch him in the face. Stay right there, guys. I really enjoy his show, and you should. So, guys, I love you all. You guys are the best, especially you. Bye.